Some new information tonight on the collapse of one of the busiest interstates in the Philadelphia region Sunday morning. Investigators say a body was recovered from the wreckage, and investigators are working to identify those remains. Police say the driver of a tanker truck was trying to navigate a curve on I-95 and lost control yesterday morning. The truck carrying gasoline then landed on its side and just went up in flames. Look at that there. That caused a section of the bridge to collapse. A man who was driving in the area at the time of the fire describes what he saw.
I thought, okay, maybe this is just the construction part. I didn't think for a second that the road under me was collapsing. And that part of the highway will have to be replaced too.
Yeah, no kidding. The truck was carrying, get this, 8,500 gallons of gasoline. Officials have not confirmed the condition of the driver of that truck. But we're told parts of I-95 will be closed in both directions for weeks now. And drivers have to find a workaround as the summer travel season gets underway. Our Bruce LeShan explains how this will affect drivers here in our region.
About 110 million people live along the I-95 corridor. And on a summer weekend, sometimes it seems like all of them are on the road. This could really be a nightmare.
We're trying not to think about it, hoping that if we ignore the concept of traffic, everything will be okay.
At the I-95 rest stop near Laurel, travelers headed north bracing for the worst.
And just hope that everybody else isn't taking 295 too.
They will have a problem, won't be there for a while.
Warning signs now flashing up and down the corridor. I-95 closed in Philadelphia, and MDOT says alternate routes are likely to be jammed too.
From the Delaware Bridge back, it was another 5 miles of traffic for sure, which is not normally the case on a Monday.
Crews already racing to remove the rubble, but Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg warns the trouble is likely to continue for a while.
This is going to be a major disruption in that region.
Drivers rolled across the overpass, even as the flames were shooting out from underneath.
I felt a drop like a roller coaster. So I was like, well, that wasn't very smart because I could have fell right in the fire.
You can't design for everything.
Structural engineer Alan Kilsheimer, who helped repair the Pentagon after 9/11 and steady the Washington Monument after an earthquake, suspects braided wires through the overpass's precast concrete failed as 8,500 gallons of gas spilled from a tanker and burned.
If you have all these wires and you start breaking the wires, it no longer can carry itself, and so it breaks.
He says it's tough to prepare for every potential catastrophe.
On I-95 in Savage, Maryland, Bruce LeShan, WUSA 9.